Good evening and welcome back to DXB today, where we're getting to know some of the communities across the UAE, a place where you can feel at home. And we're very excited to introduce our next guest because she has created a multi-generational social club and community right here in Dubai. Please welcome Shaden Abdellatif, the co-founder of the Nadi. Shaden, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So first question is going to be a quick overview. What is the Nadi and who's it for?
Great. The Nadi is a social club in which we do activities, experiences, classes we say multi-generational because it's open to all adult ages, but the priority is on older adults. And I don't like to give an age to the older adult segment, but generally the retiree community in Dubai and the parents that visit.
So, and you say it's for families, so can you tell us about some of the things, some of the activities that happen at the Nadi?
So our program changes on a monthly basis, but month on month we have things like pickleball, a kin stretch class. Tonight actually we have bingo night, which has become kind of a big anchor event for the Nadi because it's something that people of all ages enjoy together. We've had gardening classes, walking clubs, really anything that the young and the old can enjoy together.
It was really cute. So we actually went. This is a pure coincidence, by the way. But my mom and I went recently because my mother, who's in her 60s, and obviously she has a couple of friends, but she was hoping for a bit more of a vibrant, community. And we decided to go try out pickleball with the Nadi. We just showed up. There was another friend of mine and her mother who came, and we met all these different people. We were playing pickleball. We had such a fantastic time, and we ended up going to another pickleball event, but also a games and coffee morning, which was also fantastic. We were like, you just learn something. You meet people from all these different communities, and sometimes it'll be like a single, dad who comes and wants to make friends because he's just moved to Dubai and he doesn't know where to start. And then we met someone as well who was in her 20s, and she just come new to Dubai as well. So it is a bit of everyone. So I was pretty fascinated. But Shaden, what's next? What's the dream for you? What's the big goal for the Nadi?
So the part of what we do is the fact that we don't have a location. So we can host the activities and experiences in different places across Dubai and the UAE. And a lot of that is for people to experience different parts of the country in different ways. So, someone who maybe has never gone to Design District, we've taken them on the Design Days tour. I would love, as we get bigger, to bring the Nadi experience to different communities. I think that's what makes us quite nimble. And we have, what we call a Nadi certified experience. And by that, we really curate each activity to make it feel accessible to all ages. So nothing that's going to be too demanding on an older adult, nothing that's going to require crazy movements. No one's doing acro yoga. Lessons that are, instructions that are easy to follow, and generally just activities that are quite fun. And when we select the instructors that we work with, particularly for movement classes, those instructors do have experiences working with older adults. So we really make sure that we're curating every activity to kind of really cater to this mixed age group. And I would love that, as we grow, we can take those experiences to different communities. Dubai is obviously tripled, quadrupled in size. I've grown up here, so I've seen it. And I've seen that people very much now are sticking to their communities because it's tougher to get around, because they love where they live. So the more that we can kind of bring that Nadi experience there, the better for us.
Yeah, it's really incredible what you're doing. I love that you are building this community around different multi-generations, and it's really amazing. How do you, Dubai is such a transient city. How is it that you keep the communities together and strong, as it is a transient city? So how is it that you grow that?
Yeah, one thing I ask everyone is, when's the last time you've learned something new? And then when's the last time that you've learned something new alongside someone from a different age group? And that experience in itself tends to really stick out in people's mind for why they come back. We don't base a lot of the activities on attendance. We, based on the kind of experience that you're getting out of it. And, if you're learning something new with someone that you just met at that event, or learning something new with your parents, I get a lot of feedback from parents saying, this is the first time that my child, and when I say child, it's adult child, we've done something new together, not just kind of go to the mall or go to the beach. And so that experience that creates that rootedness or that connectivity, because you've just shared a really unique experience with either a loved one or you've met a new friend through that. And from that, you kind of build a unique type of relationship that, again, isn't just based on, attendance or a studio or anything like that.
Shaden, I just want to say that when I saw that we were going to be talking to you today, I got so excited because I wanted to do something very similar. And a lot of people don't understand that there are so many benefits to having multi-generations together, like the cognitive benefits, the social, emotional benefits to it. Do you want to talk a little bit more about what you've seen with your own eyes, the benefits when you have these multi-generations just mingling together and learning from each other?
Yeah. I mean, the conversation is amazing, because you really are bringing people with a very wide spectrum of perspectives together, not even from different backgrounds, but that different age group means that you're coming with a whole new view of how you see something. And a lot of people think that the older adults want to come to feel younger around the younger ones, but actually I get a lot of the younger than older adults, people my age calling and saying, hey, can I come and join an activity on my own without a parent? One, I miss talking to older people. Two, I think I really love gardening and I want to be able to do something like that. And so you get a lot of people, especially in a transient city like Dubai, who miss the feeling of being home. And sometimes when you're in that mixed age group, it feels like home in a way. And that's the feeling I'm trying to get in terms of, feel a little bit like you're the neighborhood you grew up in.
Yes. The word home really sticks out to me, because essentially when you're building a community, you want everyone to feel, because we are all expats here. Most of us are expats here. So it's really, really amazing to feel that you belong to one place. So in your journey, is there something or a moment that has really stuck out to you that made you say to yourself, like, this is it, this is the reason I am doing this?
So there's been similar situations, kind of parents, particularly the parents who are visiting their kids here or spending an extended amount of time, obviously during the winter season. And they'll come to an activity and after that and say, I actually now think about coming to Dubai more because I know I have the Nadi to go to. And then for some of the kids who are working and get concerned about how they're going to occupy their parents' time when they're visiting, or even parents that live here, they come to me and say, I'm so happy that I have the Nadi for my parent to attend or a loved one to attend while I'm at work, because I'm constantly, thinking about what I do with them and how I do it. So send it over. I'll do, I'm happy to hang out. So
I want to know about some other success stories. I want to talk about love. Has there been a Nadi marriage
Not yet.
a Nadi baby
Not
later
yet.
on? Not yet? Well, I'm sure.
I get that question a lot. But actually, I love that you said that, because we have a lot of women coming, because I think women generally will just go out there and try. I think the men, they're very interested, but getting them to get their foot in the door, I think, is a little harder. Exactly. Men just are a bit more like, oh, I'm really interested, but someone needs to kind of take them there. So
garden together.
yeah.
One last question, because I'm very interested. You are not an older person. Why did you decide that this was needed here in the UAE?
Yeah, so I grew up in Dubai. I've spent the majority of my life here, and my mom is here. Growing up here, we always thought that you're going to be here for a few years, or going to get to a certain point that our parents will go back home. But that has not been the case, and I think my experience in terms of my mom staying here, a lot of people I know share that experience. The fact that Dubai now has the retirement visa, they've set up the structure in a way that there are more retirees coming and spending time here. So I kind of started seeing, okay, Dubai has a lot on offer, and there's no reason for that not to be available to the older community. But they generally think that, oh, this is not for me, because when they see an event or they see something happening, they'll say, oh, it's all young people. But actually, they can do it if it just catered to them. And so, and I really saw that perspective through my mom's eyes and thought, okay, well, let me think about the things that we can do together and how we can do it. And second to that, a bit more of the kind of business perspective, and something that you touched on as well, is that in 2020, for the first time, there were more people over 60 than under the age of 5. By 2050, the population over 65 is going to double to 2 billion.
Wow.
So the world is getting older. The longevity messages are landing. 60 no longer is what 60 could have been 20, 30 years ago. And we're seeing that starting to happen in Dubai as well. And so it just made a lot of sense. And you were talking about the intergenerational The World Economic Forum in 2025 for the first time said that the aging demographic is a potential major risk if it doesn't get looked at in the long term, which is if we don't set up the structures in place beyond healthcare and financial products. Like, what are the communities that are going to help this aging demographic be more integrated into society?